There it is. There it is. This is the fake bin Laden room video. There's Hillary. She's got hand over her mouth. There's Obama not looking at the same place that everybody else is looking, which is very interesting. He seems to be looking above where everyone else is looking. So they put that in there along with some propaganda about, you know, a member of SEAL Team 6 shot and killed Osama bin Laden during the elite squad's raid during his compound in Pakistan. So I don't know why Mail Online would put this in here. I just want to ask them a couple questions. Do they not see our article May 5th, 2011, which states by Paul Joseph Watson, staged White House Situation Room photos, part of bin Laden fable? And the photos were described as having, by many as having historical significance and forming a captivating record of Obama's greatest success and his defining moment in his presidency. We're also told by the media that the leader of the free world saw the terror chief shot in the eye. U.S. President Barack Obama, along with his high-level team, watched coverage in the White House as commandos gunned down the world's most wanted terrorist, Osama bin Laden, via a video camera fixed to the helmet of a Navy SEAL. Along with this crumbling official narrative of the operation to kill bin Laden, it has emerged that Obama, Clinton, and the staff saw virtually nothing whatsoever of the mission that allegedly led to the assassination of bin Laden because, according to the CIA Director Leon Panetta, there was a 25-minute blackout of the live feed, which was cut off before the U.S. Navy SEALs even entered the building. So let's go back to this photo real quick. Why was Hillary having her hand over her mouth? Is it possible that she saw the helicopter crash, that top secret helicopter that that was seen in the compound? That's possible. In fact, it says the Situation Room as action unfolded, they had little knowledge of what was happening in the compound, and that was reported by the London Telegraph. So we're learning a little lesson in how the propaganda trail works. You know, a big newspaper puts out an article talking about SEAL Team 6, trying to get people into you know, they're going to help us out with the drug war and go down to Mexico and get El Chapo. Let's go to the Army Times and see what they had to say. Administration won't release bin Laden records. And this is from March 15th, 2012. And going down there, the Pentagon told the AP this month that it could not locate any photographs or video taken during the raid or showing bin Laden's body. It also said it cannot find any images of bin Laden's body on the Navy aircraft carrier where the al-Qaeda leader was taken and later buried at sea because that's Muslim tradition. Oh, wait, it's not. The Pentagon said it could not find any death certificate, autopsy report, or results of DNA identification tests for bin Laden because, you know, when you put out the most daring rescue and the most daring kill mission in the world in the history of all terrorism, you know, you don't take pictures. You don't do any of that. You just, oh, we don't know where it is. We put him out to sea. We don't know where he's at. Well, let's continue. I'm getting a little mad here. I'm sorry. Pre-raid materials discussing how the government planned to dispose of bin Laden's body if he were killed. It said if search files at the Pentagon, search files at the Pentagon, U.S. Special Operations Command in Tampa, Florida, and the Navy Command in San Diego that controls the aircraft carrier Carl Vinson used in the mission. So nobody has files of this. The Defense Department told AP in late February it cannot find any emails about the bin Laden mission or his Geronimo code name that were sent or received in the year before the raid by Vice Admiral William McRaven, head of Joint Special Operations Command, who organized and oversaw the mission. It also cannot find any emails from senior officers who would have been involved in the mission's planning. It found only 3 such emails written to then Defense Secretary Robert Gates, and it consisted of 12 pages sent to Gates summarizing news reports after the raid. Wow. So the greatest, the most amazing, daring SEAL Team 6 mission ever undertaken, where they went into Pakistan with helicopters, one of which was experimental and crashed. They managed to get in there, shoot bin Laden in the eye after he was cowering in front of one of his wives. Well, wait, no, he didn't. He had an AK-47. No, wait, he didn't have that. He was in his underwear. Yeah, he was in his underwear, and we shot him in the eye, and we carried him out, and we took a bunch of tapes and stuff, and now we're releasing photos that he wanted. He liked Obama. I mean, there's all kind of just crap out there about this raid. And yet, we're still talking about it. Organizations like Mail Online is still putting out that fable that it's still true. People are putting out this image that's been Already proven to be fake many times over, and they're trying to keep selling you that narrative. That's all they want to do is keep the lie going. And if you're too stupid to realize that, I'm sorry, I feel for you. Take some Prozac, some Ritalin. Moving on to our final story. Guess what's more dangerous than Al-Qaeda? It's what did you call it? Al-Qaeda? Al-Qaeda, I'm sorry. Now eggs are more dangerous than terrorists out there. That's right. The Los Angeles Times is reporting Al-Qaeda, no yolk, eating the whole egg as dangerous as smoking. I can't even believe they printed this. Just as you're ready to tuck into a nice 3-egg omelet, comforted by reassuring news that eggs are not bad for you, here comes a study warning you that those over 40, the number of egg yolks consumed per week accelerates the thickening of the arteries almost severely as it does cigarette smoking. For those whose consumption of whole eggs was in the highest 20%, the narrowing of the carotid artery was on average 2/3 of that of the study's heaviest smokers. Well, we've had Dr. Wallach on this show. He eats 4 eggs at every meal. He's in his 70s. He looks like he's 50. And today, oh my God, that scares me every time I see bin Laden poking out of the egg. But today we have Ben Fuchs on the show talking about the Longevity family of products, which you can get at InfoWarsTeam.com. But Alex also brought up the hogwash on the eggs out there. So we're going to go to that, and let's check out that video now. It's pretty funny.
Why are they attacking eggs and even whey protein? I guess they don't want us healthy. LA Times says eating whole eggs is dangerous as smoking, but then our brain is mainly made out of these good cholesterols. Is it true that we should be on a low-fat diet?
Well, even Ansel Keys, who's the father of the so-called fat and cholesterol hypothesis, has come out saying that we've known all along that dietary cholesterol has nothing to do with the amount of cholesterol in your body. This whole thing on eggs, I'm going to talk about this on my program tomorrow. This whole thing on eggs is absolutely tragic. If anybody listens to this silliness that's coming out of this study in Canada, it's very, very unfortunate. First of all, if you look at the numbers, and you got to be very careful with how the press reports things, if you look at the numbers right out of the study, as it turns out, people who ate the highest amount of eggs had exactly the same cholesterol, even higher cholesterol levels than people who ate less eggs. So this whole idea of eating egg yolks and causing cancer, this is just a bunch of hooey. The egg yolk is nature's richest source of nutrients next to human mother's milk, and not in the white. The nutrients are not in the white when it comes to an egg. They're in the yolk, and I'm talking vitamin A, I'm talking the B complex, I'm talking vitamin K, I'm talking essential fatty acids, magnesium, calcium, vitamin D, copper, iron, manganese, selenium, zinc. These are all
well, they even tell people that have epilepsy eat more eggs because it's been associated with helping the brain. I mean, this is known. So why are they... I mean, if they're going to put taxes on cigarettes, I guess now they're saying eggs are bad. Bloomberg wants to tax salt. He wants to tax... soft drinks, again, making themselves the good guys while ignoring all the real problems. Are they doing that, knowing they're killing us with the nanny state, so that they can selectively take control? And yeah,
you know, that's a point that's well taken. But you know what? We got to take the control back. This idea of nutritional supplementation is one of the best ways that you can take charge of your health and not depend on the doctor. And Alex, what's going to happen if we end up with this Obamacare thing, with managed care, government-mandated managed care, government-mandated HMOs? This is going to be an unmitigated health disaster, and our best protection is to understand how to use nutritional supplementation. And by the way, as far as this study goes on egg yolks, look to see who these scientists who came up with this study, Dr. David Spence, the Canadian authors, David Spence and David Jenkins and Jean Davignon, see who these guys get paid for, and guess who you will find is writing the checks? AstraZeneca and the cholesterol, the drug companies that
sure, they want to say it's the cholesterol that's bad, not imbalances in the body. And at the same time, they want to put statins in the water, even of children. So they're creating this world where the building blocks of our body are listed as evil so they can tax them and regulate them and control them, not letting us have access to it.
So you heard it from Ben Fuchs. It's a bunch of hooey. All right? There is again that Al-Qaeda's in every egg now. We got to be afraid of eggs, and that's what they're going to go after. They're going to start regulating eggs and getting rid of the family farmers who grow natural eggs, who don't feed their chickens antibiotics, who let them run around and eat the bugs and grass and things on the ground, which is what chickens are supposed to do. That's why they call it chicken scratching, because they scratch the ground, they eat the bugs in your ground. I have friends who have chickens, and they're great. They have eggs every day, and they're fresh eggs, and there's nothing better. Let me tell you, there's nothing better than fresh eggs. You can taste the difference between eggs that you get from a farm and eggs that you get from the grocery store. So be afraid of your eggs if you want to be a lemming and a slave and unhealthy. And with that, we're going to go to our daily quote, which is from one of our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. An enemy generally says and believes what he wishes. So the New World Order out there wants you to think eggs are bad, so they're going to tell you what they wish. They wish those eggs were bad. And they wish you believed that SEAL Team 6 took out Osama bin Laden, and then a month later, all those members were killed in a helicopter crash after flying with the National Guard, something that they never do. And now they're going to have you believe that they're going to go down to Mexico and take out El Chapo, who's part of the giant drug war that we proliferate by keeping drugs illegal. So we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to have Darren McBreen sitting down with Eddie Craig, who is a former Nacogdoches Sheriff's Deputy. And, man, this guy has got all the knowledge. I listen to his radio show a lot when I'm driving home. The man knows what he's talking about. He has studied the law up one side and down the other. He has lawyers asking him for advice. So get your pen and paper ready and get ready to take notes, because this is going to be another informative edition of InfoWars Nightly News. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're wondering, wow, how can I watch the whole thing without being broken up into little sections? Well, there you go. You can join PrisonPlanet.tv. You got a 15-day free trial. We bill you monthly, or you can pay by the year. It's about $5.95 a month. It gets you the nightly news, the special reports, Alex Rants, The Daily Show, plus every movie that Alex Jones has made, which is over, I think we're up to 22, 23 documentaries that he's made. Plus, we have millions of interviews. I can't tell you. I started working here in 2009. I've probably went on at least 50 to 60 interviews with some of the most leading alternative researchers out there. And I mean, it is a treasure trove of information. And, you know, we should just take a week and just play those interviews back to back, because they really are interesting.